Greetings, Naval Cadets. Welcome to the second video of the Cadet's Guide to the Imperial Navy. Today we will be looking at the wider influence of the naval branch of the Galactic Empire and how it functions day to day. We will go over how Star Destroyers maintain control of different galactic sectors while looking into how the Empire coordinates its vast Star Destroyer navy, and go over how this branch of the Imperial Armada affects the galaxy's populace. But with that, feel free to leave a like, subscribe and comment if you enjoy Galactic Empire content or just Star Wars content in general, and maybe feel free to share this video with other like-minded Star Wars fans to show your allegiance to the Empire. But without further ado, let's talk about the organisation and influence of the Imperial Navy. So to start, we know the Imperial Navy controls the vast sectors of space making up the galaxy, from the major hyperspace lanes to the systems of stars and planets where many civilians and alien creatures live. At the end of the Clone Wars and with the reformation of the Republic, the Empire did not hesitate to spread its naval forces out throughout the major sectors of the galaxy, quickly securing its territory left behind by its predecessor, as to ensure that this territory was not usurped by other major factions. And claim territory it did. Within the first few months of the Empire's existence, they had a naval armada that was present as far out as the galaxy's edge and wild space, along with many major galactic hyperspace routes, providing the Imperial Navy with the responsibility of dealing with transport, travel, tourism, smuggling, spice running, and most importantly, logistics. To understand the Imperial Navy's control of the galaxy, we first have to look at the galactic sectors that make up the galaxy's geography. These sectors include the Deep Core and Core World, which consist of built-up wealthy planets like Coruscant, as well as being the major area of operation for the Empire. The Colonies, which consist of built-up world with industrialised manufacturing, business, and so on. The Inner Rim and Expansion regions, which consist of the world where most of the galaxy's middle to lower class live to farm and perform generalised work. The Mid-Rim and Outer Rim, which consist of backwater planets and where the majority of the lower class live, as well as most major crime syndicates. These are the major sectors of the galaxy that the Empire do have jurisdiction over. However, there are sectors which the Empire does struggle to control, like Hutt Space, Wild Space, and the Unknown regions. And with that, let's get into how the Empire coordinates its vast navy over this vast expansive territory. The Imperial Navy is organised into fleets consisting of various Star Destroyers and ship models. Each fleet that is created is based on the design and purpose of the ships within those fleets. So for example, a carrier ship will be assigned to a fleet of other carrier ships, and so on. There are hundreds if not thousands of fleets under the Empire's jurisdiction, all performing different tasks, operations, research, exploration. These fleets will consist of many different models of ships and fighters, all suited for different purposes. The major and most powerful fleets, and the ones you are probably most familiar with in the Empire, would be the Star Destroyer and military fleets. Consisting of some of the largest and most powerful vessels the Empire has to offer, these fleets showcase the might and true intentions of the Empire, which is maintaining control and order throughout the galaxy. Imperial military fleets patrol and oversee large sectors of space. As such, the Imperial Navy as a whole has to be overseen and organised. They are given orders by the Imperial Navy High Command and the Naval Command Control, as well as the Naval Chiefs and Imperial High Command. Together they make the large and long-term decisions when it comes to assigning naval fleets to different sectors of the galaxy. This branch of the Imperial Navy makes the decisions about when and where certain ships should be throughout the galaxy. They are also the ones that come up with the strategies and approaches towards battle scenarios and war operations, determining the best way to approach, attack, and defend against large-scale enemy or rebel forces. Along with this, they coordinate campaign, combining and distributing fleets as accurately and as effectively as possible as to get the upper hand against enemy fleets. These campaigns involve large-scale manoeuvres and hyperspace jumps in order to reach a set destination while performing as many battles, sieges, or war operations as possible while on the way. These campaigns, wars, and battles are very destructive and chaotic, and are a testament to just how powerful some of the Star Destroyers within the Empire, let alone the Imperial Navy, can be, especially during the Galactic Civil War, in which many planets were destroyed or left in ruin thanks to these Star Destroyers. And that brings us on to how these operations and the vessels which conduct them affect the galaxy and its populace. The Imperial Navy plays the largest and most vital role within the Galactic Empire, as it is responsible for the large-scale logistical operations as mentioned before. However, some of these operations do not go without consequence, as some are, shall we say, quite dangerous and not within the best interest of the people. While they may not be ethical, at least from a certain perspective, it is simply the nature of the Empire and the Imperial Armada as a whole to be able to maintain control and obedience from the citizens of the galaxy, through any means necessary. When it comes to maintaining control of Imperial citizens utilising the Imperial Navy, there are multiple ways this is achieved, such as destroying or glassing planets. This is done by bombarding the surface of planets from orbit with heavy turbo laser and torpedo weaponry. This leaves many of the structures on the ground in ruin. There is also military occupation, in which a large force of stormtroopers and Imperial vehicles are moved in by Star Destroyers and Imperial ships to set up infrastructure and fortification as a military checkpoint, or to get a strategic advantage over the enemy, which is helpful especially during the Galactic Civil War. A good example of Imperial occupation would be the planet of Scarif, where the Empire built a top-secret security fortress for storing and researching information and different technology blueprints. This type of occupation forces people to move out of their homes and sometimes even leave their planet, leaving a lot of people as immigrants looking for refuge and work, which is hard in a galaxy ruled by the Galactic Empire. Overall, there are many ways that the Imperial Navy affects the citizens of the galaxy, from battles to permanent occupation and planetary destruction, all of which can instill fear into the citizens and maybe even further convince them to join the Empire. So, not all bad. Maybe. Thanks for watching. Long live the Empire, and may the Force be with you.